Well, welcome to Beyond Sunday from Schweitzer Church. I'm Jason Lanier, one of the pastors here. And today in studio, we've got two fantastic guests. We've got Pastor Jim Mason and we've got Kim Julian, who are part of the Schweitzer Church Pickleball experience and ministry. And we're going to start off with a little history from Pastor Jim. I'd love to know, how did pickleball get started at Schweitzer?
Yeah, great question. It was about 2018, and we were looking for a way to use our gymnasium in a way that not only the folks here could really enjoy, particularly in the evenings, because the preschool's in there during the day, but also to open it up to our community. And so we did a little research and found pickleball was happening around the country. And so we just began it, not knowing much about it or how to organize it or anything else. And it just took off from there. So.
Kim, maybe you ought to answer the question, what is pickleball to begin with? Like, what is this game?
Question.
Yeah, what is this game?
It's awesome. It's a great social sport, and anybody can play it. It's a game that anyone can play.
Yeah? Well, what do you have to do in the game of pickleball?
You just have to hit a very large wiffle ball, right?
Yeah.
With a paddle.
Okay.
That's all. That's all you got to do.
You got to keep it in the lines a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little bit like tennis. It's like what? Tennis and badminton and ping pong combination of all three.
A racket sport.
Yeah.
And you've got to stay out of the kitchen.
You have to stay out of the kitchen. Well, unless it bounces in the kitchen, then
Okay.
you can go in. Yeah. There's a lot of crazy rules.
There are some interesting rules.
Yeah.
So what if somebody's never played the sport? How do they experience coming into a gym where people are playing pickleball? And what's that experience like?
I think it can be a little intimidating. So what I did was I went and I took lessons first. I had been hearing about it. I think it popped up on my YouTube or something after I had Google searched or YouTube searched something to do with like pickling, like cucumber pickling, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like seeing this pickleball stuff, like, what is pickleball? I started watching it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to play. I want to do this. And so I found out where I could take lessons. Took two lessons on a Tuesday and Thursday night and learned how to use the paddle rack system and how to just go to a gym. And, I had no idea. I had no clue what it was about. And did that. And then I felt comfortable going to a gym and joining in. It's great for people who are single, who maybe don't have a partner.
Mm-hmm.
You just show up and you can play. You don't have to come with a partner. You don't have to come with a group of 4 people. You just go in by yourself and throw your paddle down and you're in the mix. It's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
How about you, Jim? What would you add to that? Like, what's a person coming into the gym for the first time? What do they think?
Well, I hope, particularly here at Schweitzer, that they feel welcome and
Mm-hmm.
that, as Kim said, they can just join in with other people because it's primarily a doubles game. And so you've always got a partner and you usually play against 2 people. So it's usually a foursome and you can have the benefit of a partner that helps you through it. And it's just a really good way to socialize as well. So I just tell people to come in, be resilient. We hope that we're welcoming you here on this campus, but also just hang in there. And I might add that when we began, it became so popular so quick, we found out that we needed to have various nights and days by skill level, or try to. So that if you are brand new as a beginner, that's typically a Saturday morning, Tuesday's intermediate, Monday's more competitive, Thursday's even more competitive. But it helps people feel comfortable where they're at and they can move around. So we try to kind of meet people where they're at.
What age categories or groups can play pickleball?
I don't know. Do we have an age at Schweitzer?
We
Is there
don't.
an age limit?
No, we don't.
Or
Yeah,
a
we have,
requirement?
no, we don't. We have people in their 80s, lots of people in their 60s and 70s, and then a lot of younger people too. Wow. And so young that their parents drive them here and they play
Yeah, they do.
and they watch.
Yeah.
So
Especially on Saturday mornings. There's
Yes.
some, I don't know, 10, 12, 13-year-olds that are playing, and they're playing against old people like some of us.
Yeah.
Not that we're old, but much older than
And the
them.
beginner class at Schweitzer is great because there's always one court with instruction. So if you have no idea what you're doing.
You've been an instructor before too.
Yeah.
What's it like to be an instructor with new folks in the room?
It's fun because everybody's really eager. A lot of times when you're playing and you might see something that someone that you think someone would like to know about their game, but they really don't. Most people don't like to be coached while they're playing. So it gives me an opportunity to help people and help them learn certain things about the game. It's fun. And it's basically just teaching them how to serve and keep score. And then you can the rest is sort of a learned thing.
Yeah, and then you go on to some of the other courts.
Go to the other court.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only place I know that dedicates a court
Yeah.
to beginners. Really safe place to learn, and but everybody in the gym at that time is new to the game, so really great place to start.
Yes, it is. It's the only place that I know of in town.
Huh.
Yeah.
One of the things I've heard from other pickleball players that I've been around is that Springfield has a lot of passion around pickleball, and that it's hard to find places to play. Is that true?
It's hard to find places to play that aren't busy.
Okay.
Really busy. Like if you go to Metter, it's busy. Like there's no court. You have to. That's why you got to learn that's why learning the paddle system is kind of important. And because you can go there, learn it, and then feel comfortable. Like come to a gym and learn it at Schweitzer, learn it, and then go to like Metter or somewhere and learn it.
Sure.
Yeah. And that's what I love about Kim is that you came, you learned, and then pretty quickly we empower people here to host. She has a great spirit. She's a great teacher. And so very quickly then she's teaching.
Yeah.
So on this campus, we need people to help us with the ministry and to host and help others. And so we love that aspect of it. And if you play at Metter, it's a little bit seasonal. A lot of people play in the summer at Metter Park. And in the winter, though, it's mostly indoor, obviously. So we need all the people we can to help us just let people have fun and play. Right?
Yeah, and it's such a great game. Like you just want to share it with people. Once you learn it, you want other people to learn it too because it's just so much fun.
Do people get hurt playing pickleball?
They can.
Don't go backwards. Just straight back.
That's one of the things I stress that when I teach. It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
You don't want to be running back. You want to be running forward.
That's right.
It's been good for orthopedists.
It has been. Orthopedic surgeons. They just hang out in the parking lot.
Okay. Well, if somebody wanted to play pickleball here at Schweitzer, what would be like one of the first couple steps for them to take?
Yeah. Well, I would say depending on your skill level, and take a look at the Ozarks Pickleball Club.
Ozark Pickleball Club on Facebook.
Or
Telegram.
Yep. And you can see the skill levels we offer on what days. Show up. We'll get you in. If you're a beginner, show up on a Saturday morning between 9:30 and 11:30. Love to have you here. We'll teach the game and you'll be having fun.
You will.
In no time.
Yeah. I've played for a few months and it's so much fun. So much fun. Well, thank you, Kim and Jim, for coming in and sharing the pickleball story, the gospel of pickleball. It is. It's a great game. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in to Beyond Sunday. There are so many ways to connect, to bless one another, and to bless our community here at Schweitzer. So thank you for tuning in, joining us. Thanks for hosting and for your work with pickleball and that ministry. And we'll look forward to seeing you soon. All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.